Oh, where are we at? It's 3 in the morning. Gonna be a little itty bitty stream today. Oh, what time did I get up? 11? I've only been awake for like 2 or 3 hours. Hmm. Not anymore. Knock, knock on the door. 3 times and you knock, knock on the door. Not anymore. Friday night. Alright, is that gonna work? Friday night. Not anymore. Knock, knock on the door 2 times and you knock, knock on the door. Are we here? Not anymore. I think we're here.
So the other day, I got some matches for my bathroom. For
Like color
lighting
matches
candles.
or like actual matches? Okay.
Yeah. I bought I bought 3 boxes of like a giant box of matches. I have 850 individual matches. That's for 850 poos. You know?
Yeah, that's a lot. I wonder if they still make Ohio blue tip kitchen matches.
What's special about those?
Well, kitchen matches, they're like the old ones that you can strike on any surface.
Oh, yeah. I think they still make those.
Oh, man. Wonder if anybody remembers those. Yeah, anybody remember these? Holy shit. The strike anywhere matches. Because I remember in cartoons, you'd see a guy strike a match on his shoe or on somebody's jawbone or some shit. That's what a kitchen match is. Kitchen matches you can strike anywhere. I don't know. Even back in the 90s and 2000s, they were extremely rare.
Oh, on the box that I have, they're called kitchen matches.
Does it say strike on box or strike anywhere?
I'll have to go back and look at it again.
That's the thing. Like, well, I mean, you can tell like kitchen matches, they're just regular matches, but at the very, very tip of the red goo or whatever that's on the end of the match, there's a little white spot.
Oh.
Or a little different colored spot. Like here, look on the screen. These are strike anywhere matches. Like you'll notice they have like the regular match tip, but at the top of the match tip, there's like a slightly different colored, different substance on them. Those are the ones that you can just like strike on concrete or hard, like a windowsill or whatever.
I don't know about that particular brand, but I've definitely had matches like that.
Yeah, if they've got the little extra tip of whatever on top of the match tip, that's usually a strike anywhere match.
Yeah, the friction makes.
That's usually called a kitchen match. It's old, but yeah. No, trust me, like when I was a kid, I was all about lighting stuff on fire and making explosives. Not to hurt anybody, I just wanted to see something explode.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, taking all your old fireworks left over from 4th of July and just pouring it all into one paper towel roll. And then, like, getting a fuse, just buying fuse and cutting like 3 feet of it and lighting it. It's like, you don't really need 3 feet to get away. It wasn't that big, but it was for the theater, I guess. Is that what it is? Is it's got a phosphorus tip? I want to go to Amazon. I bet you can't ship them. Strike Anywhere matches. Let's see. Oh, they sure do. They sure make them. Strike Anywhere match. Wow, they do. Extra thick for long burn time. Green light. It looks like it has some Apple app icon on it. Looks like a matchstick that's going to upload your data to the FSB.
Yeah, you sync it to your phone.
Here, no, I mean seriously, like look at these matches. Does that not look like some modernized shit? Matches featuring green light technology.
New Beyond matches. Yeah, those are the exact matches that I had.
They had the green light technology. Now, Diamond is like the Coca-Cola of matches now. It used to be Ohio Blue Tip. Everybody had Ohio Blue Tip. But yeah, those are great because, you know, the striking surface on a box can run out. If you don't know how to light a match, you can fuck that shit up really quick after like 10 or 20 matches.
God, I still have a Zippo somewhere. That's the old trusty.
There's 246 toothpicks in that box.
Definitely.
Definitely 246 toothpicks. Brain Man. What a great skit that the Come Town animated.
Oh my god. Brain Man.
That girl was definitely going to jail for that. Definitely going to have to register as
Oh my god.
In trouble. Hot water burn, baby. Oh Lord. But yeah, how is your Starship animation thingy going?
Well, this isn't Starship, first of all.
Well, okay, like how is your
brand wrong?
Totally not Starship dudes doing the thing?
It's good. I just finally finished rotating the menu.
The map, or the menu.
Mm-hmm.
You get really good at integrating 2D and 3D.
But I have to play around with the lighting some more because some shit got fucked up because I had to import everything into another Blender file. And then I scaled everything up, and it really messed up how light and shading works in rendered mode by like a significant amount.
How so? Like, what did it do?
Like, it made, because I'm using the Toon shader that I made for everything, and so I had to like adjust the sliders quite a bit here. Because before everything was just one solid color, even though you could distinguish the colors here on the gradient here. But yeah, everything got skewed. It's practically ugly compared to how it was before. But I'm gonna worry about the lighting
because of
like
the
towards
soft
the
shadows?
end. No, not at all. I think it's because I think it's because when I scaled the cube sizes up, and I also changed the what's it called? Oh yeah, even like the shadows cube sizes. Like I adjusted these because I bumped them up to 1024 pixels.
What about the cascade?
I don't know. What's the cascade?
It's the thing right next to cube size.
What?
It's the one right next to cube size.
Oh, this. Yeah. Well, I adjusted them both.
But what's different? Like what is not working correctly compared to what was?
If we go inside the restaurant here, like the ceiling is completely dark.
Mm-hmm.
It was not completely dark before. And with the bowls up here and the plates, like for some reason the shadows are so much darker.
Is your environment detail like super dark? Like your world?
It's the default color. Like I didn't change that.
Like
Yeah, your ambient,
bear
like
with me
were
here,
there lights moving onto it, or was it actually a brighter color?
It was a brighter color. It should be. It should like this tan
100%
color that you see here.
I
It was that
100%
color.
guarantee if you send me both the files and tell me what you want from the first file in the second one, I can figure it out for you.
Let me open up another
promise.
copy of Blender because I have the previous version before I scaled everything
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Switch
separate
switch over to
copy.
that when you can. I want to see.
Yeah, and I'm making that light stuff like a finishing touch
And
priority once
so-
all the animation
So
is
this
done.
is all the exact same geometry and stuff, but you've scaled it up per the world scale
Yes.
in Blender. It might be your bias setting on your contact shadows for every light source. If you're using contact shadows, they have and also just the shadow setting of your light sources have a bias setting that is like per millimeter or per meter or whatever. So if you went from millimeters to meters or whatever, you'd have to go into all of your light sources and change any of them that use that bias setting in their shadows, because shadows are like a per light object setting. You might have to change them to the,
That might also be a problem too.
yeah,
for the
it could be like that.
root
That's
cause.
my guess, because like anything that you had set to a specific distance or measurement of distance that did not also scale up when you scaled up all of your stuff, like it's an actual number value of millimeters or distance that you had to put into the light objects, those did not scale up with the scale that you did of the actual sizes of the objects. You get what I mean?
That sounds like that could be the culprit.
So if you scale everything up and shit is looking different, there's some aspect in your light objects that you have as a measured distance or whatever that
Yeah.
did not scale up with it.
One other thing that got fucked up. I don't want to pull you away from your work.
No, please do. That's what this is about.
So I used that Blender add-on where you can like search textures, you know. For some reason, the salmon one, because this looks like really fleshy, detailed salmon, and a chocolate sauce. Like they're gone. Like I don't know what happened to them.
Maybe they had a UV mapping. Were they procedurally generated textures?
They were.
You might go into edit mode, select all of the faces, and re-unwrap them, possibly.
Okay. I'll look into that
I
a
don't know.
little later.
Yeah.
But
But just so you know, like about the light stuff and all that, like I said, if there's any like values they had where you put in like a numeric value on their sliders or whatever, those did not upscale when you scaled the actual objects. So,
yeah.
like some things were in mine where I double the number of frames, so like it's on 2s instead of 1s or something, and somewhere in one of the modifiers I put like the frame range from frame 2 to frame 10. and everything else is doubled, but those values I put in still say from frame 2 to frame 10, and I have to go in and change them to from frame 4 to frame 20. You know, like doubling everything. Like
Yeah.
if you double the scale of everything, there's still going to be a couple things in your object that you'll have to manually go in and also double scale up or whatever. Man. But that's the thing, once you understand it and figure it out, it doesn't bother you
Yeah.
anymore. Like you
I
forever
just
know
need
how
to
to
run
fix
into
it.
those problems, know how to fix it, and then
Absolutely.
it'll stick. My other world looks great from a previous file, but I'll worry about that later.
But if you do seriously get stuck on it, if you can send me both files, I will figure it out for you.
I mean, it's not a major accomplishment, but I figured out how to use the viewports on my timeline.
Right on.
Say that again? What's up?
It's not a huge accomplishment, but I figured out how to use the viewports on my timeline. The little monitor icons,
Yeah,
getting an eye over them when you want them to go in and out of a scene.
Because remember, it's the exact same thing as the eyeball icon. It has nothing to do with actual rendering. That's the camera icon.
Yeah.
But if just for editing and ease of use purposes, you can turn it on and off. This is exactly what I do here. Like on this scene where Pigma jumps out and shoots the people, I have his model turned off. Like this one here. Because I don't need to use it anymore. All of Pigma's, like, it's just, bottom line is, the more 3D models that are in the scene being moved around like this, it makes it slow down. So having it turned off with the viewport icon means I don't have to see it. But the camera icon is still on because I need it for the shadows. It's still an invisible model casting shadows. I just don't want it on in the scene. And at the same time, if I have things that I hide with the H key that I don't want to see, I can hold Alt and H and it will bring them all back if they need to be. But if something has its viewport monitor icon turned off, it's still going to stay off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I use it for mostly. It's like, you know, everything else, the icons are on, but you know, if it eventually gets to where I don't need to see these things anymore, but I do want them rendered, and it means that I don't even want to see them, even if I hit Alt H to bring back all hidden things that were hidden with the H key, it's still going to be off. That's what the monitor's for. Like I saw it, I was like, well, it doesn't have anything to do with the render. How is it different from the eyeball? Like, they literally do the exact same thing. It's like one of them is animatable. And I was like, oh, you can't animate the eyeball. You know what I mean? Like setting it as on and off and all that. Like, you can't. That is literally just for like H key and Alt H and just like hide temporarily or whatever. If you've got something you want to permanently hide but still want to use it in render or not or whatever, then yeah, that's what the other one's for. It took me like over a year to understand why both of them exist.
And it sucks that one of them is just like disabled by default.
Yeah, without clicking the filter thing. Well, it's just there's indirect light and holdout and viewport and selectable and all those things. It just so it doesn't clutter it up. But yeah, like if I made a default cube program or whatever to replace the regular one, I would immediately start out with all of them turned on. Maybe not so much the indirect light one, because they still don't have true indirect light in Eevee. The whole reason that they don't have indirect, like the whole reason that I use that shader that's invisible but still casts shadows in Eevee is because the indirect light thing does not work right now in Eevee. How is everybody in the stream doing, though? All like 6 people that are in here, because it's 4 in the morning. Or 28 people, my bad. Русские где в чате? Надеюсь, что вы еще здесь после вчера. I said a very nice, friendly thing to my Russian viewers yesterday.
Aw, what'd you say?
I tried my best to say something like, you know, I know you can't say how you feel about certain stuff, but I don't hate you, and I'm glad you're here.
Oh, I'm sure that would work.
No, I just remember. Oh damn, Lope is here. Like, you got called out.
I know.
Rex got
I
called out.
didn't see him on the
sure.
chat list, but oh, I just refreshed it, and I apologize. The extent that one can
I had
in this type of situation.
last night I just had another person message me on another server complaining that I was, you know, off-putting because of Russian whatever.
Okay.
That's cool, I guess.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep.
And this
They can take
face
their
rigs
pudding
got me
elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like, I'm really starting to borrow that term. I already fucking forgot what it was. Chronically online or terminally online kind of takes on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dude, just chill. Nobody's here to pollute your water and steal your daughter.
Go outside and touch the mask.
Touch grass.
Go touch ass.
I put
Yeah,
my
go touch
grasses on.
I always think of Slava.
Yeah.
See, I'm having that same exact problem in Wolf's first frame, but now I know how to fix it. I'm gonna fix it later.
Wait, did you figure out what it was?
Oh, this is a different thing. I mean, mind you, there's like a 10-second delay between what you're doing and what's on Twitch, but yeah, just like Wolf's grease pencil stuff is clipping through some of the 3D stuff. I just have to adjust his grease pencil position. Not a big deal. It's only for like 4 frames.
So this is my invisible shader. I have a mixed shader. Transparent, not lucent. I was correct. Okay. But wait, if I have 100% on that, does that mean I can just take transparent BSDF straight to material output? Oh. It's exactly the same. Holy shit. I didn't need the mix. Yeah, I was wondering, it's like, well, if I have a mixed shader but factors at 1.0, I don't even need this. I think. I wonder if that'll make the nodes faster. Ooh, I don't think it does. Well, I mean, it would have to. It's just...
Captain. Your friend looks tired. We were informed that you carry a sort of improvised shooting instrument. Please place it on the table and calmly step away.
I might need some help with that.
Your compliance, Captain. I do not want a fuss.
I don't want to kill you, Ekblade. You know I'm walking off this train.
My partner seems to think that
I know what he said.
Final warning. Detritus.
Oh, I don't remember drawing him yesterday. How's that look in the shot? Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Oh yeah, I do. I remember like figuring out where the blood spat was. Just kind of get in the zone. I'm like, okay, let me put a frame here. 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 And then I come back the next day and I'm like, oh wait, I don't remember doing that one. And it's like, oh yeah, you were doing it right in the middle of everything else while you were ranting about pointless shit. I was like, oh right, of course.
So honest with
Come
yourself.
on. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim.
Just wondering about those radio tubes. The most terrifying scenes in The Brave Little Toaster.
Oh,
And like the John Lovitz radio is at threat of being ripped apart. Remember the guy comes in for the blender? Do you remember the fat
Oh, yeah.
marshmallow eating dude with the giant swamp buggy that goes out in the swamp and he's like, oh, look what I found. Like as they're all sinking into the muck, he happens to show up and save them, but he's saving them because he owns a machine parts store. Oh my God. Jesus. What kind of amp? I look so horrible having a giant Jack Daniels bottle full of cooler water. Like waking up in the morning, coming downstairs with this big Jack Daniels bottle, just chugging it like 30 seconds after I get out of bed. I mean, it's just got water in it, but it's...
You know, you should make it a giant bottle of like Stoli's thing instead.
Oh
so
yeah,
that
I
it
had
looks like
one.
Vodka.
I had a Stoli vodka bottle, but I like looking at it and being like, okay, that's not whiskey in there. Oh, it must be water. See, if I did it with a Stoli bottle, then people would see that and be like, oh my god, we need to intervene.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't have the trade with Russia, so if there's Russian parts from a Chinese company, you got to get a hold of the Chinese company, who then has to order their parts from Russia to China, and then from China to you. So yeah, like, have fun with those shipping costs.
Good God.
This is why I want to get into electronics so bad, make my own hardware for everything. Get a Linux box with Blender.
Blender box.
Apparently, FL Studio works flawlessly using Wine. Yeah, are you familiar with Wine?
No.
I've never heard of it.
Windows emulator for Linux.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, I don't know how flawlessly, considering what I want to do with it. But if I can get a Linux box to run FL Studio and Blender and DaVinci Resolve, it's going to be a really interesting future. Native audio support on Linux. DaVinci Resolve is compatible with Ubuntu. Ubuntu! Yay! No, that's really cool. I like that. Can't wait till we're all working on a big project together and getting paid good money for it. Like, I hope that happens. I'd like for a studio to reach out. You know, it's not going to happen now. I've got to put something else out that's better than what I did. Episode one is cool, but it's not like mind-blowing amazing or like a huge effort or anything. It was like, okay, cool,
Not your
fan service
Magna Carta.
cartoon or whatever. Yeah, definitely not the magnum opus.
Did you say Magna Carta?
I did.
I corrected. I counter-steered.
Dude, I'm like 4 shots of vodka in, cut me black.
Yeah, it's gonna be your Trojan Magnum.
I was about to say that exact thing.
Your Magnum Trojan, or whatever it's called. Hey, what is this shit? Divinity? What? It's like, I'll make it really simple for you, Falco, and spell it out. It's an RPG. RPG? What the fuck does that spell? I want that so bad. Like, Falco harps on them so bad just for, like, playing nerdy video games and stuff, and then they're playing something like a turn-based Divinity 2 RPG or something. He's like, oh, what the fuck is this? And Fox is just already, like, rolling his eyes. He's like, I'll make it really simple for you and spell it out. This game is an RPG. And Falco's like, the fuck does that spell? Like, I'm sorry, that's just like perfect Falco. It's like the other guy's got to wait for you to swing your sword. It's like it's turn-based. He has to wait until I decide how I'm going to attack. And you're sitting there for like 3 minutes figuring it out. I just love it. It's all RPG. I was just like, what the fuck does that speak? It probably makes me laugh a lot more than it would make other people laugh, but I don't care. The Gay Baby Smasher beta 5D generator name thing is far superior, but I'm always up for new little bits I can do with Falco. I think he does deserve his own side show, like a spin-off show or something. He is a sideshow. Sugar gay. Yes, so cringy. Oh my god. Just not just the Nick Mullen thing, but like the thing with Mark McGrath actually getting up in the teenager's face for yelling sugar gay. Maybe he was having a bad evening.
Yeah.
Having a drunk one for
Nah, dude, that dude's obviously a shit. Oh my god, why did I swallow the liquid in that bottle? Oh my god. Oh, gross, 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 gross. Why did I do that? That was... I picked up without looking. Bleh.
Was it old water?
I picked up the Jack Daniels bottle over to the side without looking at which one it was, thinking it was going to be whiskey, but it was actually water.
Oh.
What'd you think I was gonna say? Like...
Well, I was also concerned, like, did you grab your pee bottle? Like, is that what happened?
A pee bottle. Gross. I have used a pee bottle before, I'm not gonna lie. I was in an Arma 3 match that was like 6 hours long and there were 0 respawns. Man. It's like it was a 6-hour match, like, and if you die, you're out. And I was literally like shaking because I had to pee so bad, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pee in this bottle. I was in a sniper nest and I was watching a thing for whatever. Like, yeah, I'll admit that. It was an extreme situation. I'm not one of these dudes that wants to like put a toilet seat on his lazy boy. Like fucking Idiocracy, the guy with the big fuzzy chair, and like he gets like, he's like, hold on a minute, and he pulls his pants up and you hear the flush. Oh my god.
I remember we were on a road trip, myself and my mom. We were going to a dance competition somewhere. I don't even remember where. And I had to pee so fucking bad. And we were just in a really rural part of somewhere. And she was like, I was probably like 11, maybe 12. And she's like, just use like a a Wendy's drinking cup because we had just gotten food on the trip. And I like peed into it, and it was such a pee that I filled up the whole thing. And I was like, "What do I do?" Because it was really
It's
hot.
still
I had
going.
never.
It hurts if I stop. I can't stop.
I had never held a container full of my urine before, and the heat emanating off of it was so disturbing. I was like, "Oh, what? We need to get rid of it." And she like pulled off
Why
to
is it
the side of a
hot?
road,
Like,
and there was like a public garbage can, and like there were these two old women walking by, and I just like football through it, and it missed, and pee went everywhere. It didn't hit the ladies, but they clearly knew what it was, and my mom just sped off.
Your mom just leans out the window and screeches, "We do what we want," and then just burns out and like leaves.
In her green station wagon.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so great.
See, if you were from New Hampshire, your license plate could say "Live Free or Die" on it, and that would have been just more epic. Driving away.
I'll never forget the tampon fight that my mom and I got in
Oh,
that one time at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Wait,
Yeah, we got
like
in
a pillow
tampon
fight, but
No, it's like with tampons. So we were at the McDonald's drive-thru, and we were just kind of sitting waiting. The line was a little long. We had already put in our order, and I was just like fumbling through things. I was also maybe like 10 at the time, 10 or 12. And I like reached into her purse and pulled out like this plastic tube with a string sticking out of it. It was a tampon. I didn't know what the fuck it was, but it just looked like I could shove my finger through it and something would shoot out of it. And I did, and it hit my mom in the face. And she thought it was hilarious, and so she pulled out another tampon. We were shooting at each other back and forth while we were waiting for our order.
like the party poppers where you pull the string on them, they go.
Yeah. But we pulled up to the window for the employee to take the order, or to take payment for the order.
God bless their heart.
And I wasn't paying attention, and I shot it, and it went straight through and into the drive-through window and hit her. And thankfully, she thought it was hilarious. Like she was losing her mind over it, and then she gave me a free pumpkin pie.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Was it McDonald's?
Yeah, it was at McDonald's.
I missed their holiday pie.
Oh yeah, man.
It's the apple pie, but it's got like the creamy, yellow creamy stuff in the middle of the cherry or whatever. And on the outside, it's got the birthday cake sprinkles. God, those were so good.
You know, I don't think I've ever experienced that.
They're good. Sometimes they have. I forget what the other one is, but they have like a cherry cream pie, and it's their apple pie, but it's got the cherry in it. But in the middle, there's like the cream cheesy stuff.
They do strawberries and cream.
Yeah, that's the one. That's I think that's the
that's one. My
strawberry
favorite one
cream
is
pie.
the guava cream pie.
Oh wow, I never had that one before.
Oh,
But these here on the stream, I've got a picture. This one. Have you ever had this one before?
I think so. Yeah.
The strawberry cream pie. It's like their strawberry pie, but on the other side, it's got a little bit of the sweet cream cheese filling. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But the one that I really do think is my favorite, there's a recipe for it.
This is not the appetizing photo, but it's
Trying to find a good photo. A lot of these aren't so great.
so
Guava and cream pie.
It's from McDonald's. It's so good. If they actually have it, it's so fucking good.
But yeah, this is the holiday pie.
Oh,
It's got
no, I've never
sprinkles
seen
like
that one.
the
Yeah.
filling is kind of like a custard vanilla filling. It's not like lemon or anything. It's more like a
Imagine
custard.
bun cream.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
okay, but
custard
with
cream
sprinkles.
filling, and with sprinkles on the outside crust. These were actually really good. I remember in like the early 2010s, like 2011, 2012, around there, them having this, and it was really good. I miss those. Let me show you my favorite thing I ever got from Walmart. I can't remember what they're called.
I was a bigger slut for the Arby's cherry turnovers.
Dude, the fucking
Arby's turnovers are the best. They have the two
Mhm.
flavors. I think it's just apple and cherry, because I used to work there.
Yeah.
the mango pies from Jollibee, dude.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
That's real
fuck
good.
me up. Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. I don't know. Oh, that's it. That's the one. 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 Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. This is a... Wait, this is a seat. This was like a 3D model of it? Someone made a 3D model? Okay, yeah. This... I don't know if you've ever had this before, but if you're at a Walmart, if you're in a northeastern Walmart,
Oh,
bud,
yeah, I've seen those.
if you can find this specific one, it's not just flan, it's flan pudding with salted caramel. They misspelled it. It says flan plus caramel. And then at the bottom it says flan pudding with salted caramel crumbles.
Oh, that's weird.
I think this is someone doing a fan render. I don't know. I could be wrong, but they forgot the extra A down there. I used to say caramel when I was a kid. I still do sometimes, but like
I always thought it was caramel for the longest time.
yeah, caramel. Like I knew there's another A. I just always said caramel instead of caramel.
Caramel. That just sounds weird.
Yeah, that just...
Caramel.
But you don't.
Caramel.
You say.
Caramel.
I say caramel.
Oh.
Yeah.
But even still,
Like it's hot.
the first A being an air noise seems very Western and American to me.
There was also a city in Indiana called Carmel, Indiana.
There always is, isn't there?
Yeah, it was very yucky.
That dessert is a deep fake. It's like hearing
dessert I've ever
the thing Bubba posted, Donald Trump talking about Chris Chan.
Oh, I didn't even. I
Oh,
saw it, but I
on
was
the
trying to
stream.
click on
media
it.
is being
I wasn't
totally
sure if you guys
unfair
actually
and
saw
completely
that.
horrible towards my good friend Christian Weston Chandler. Horrible, folks. It's despicable. Christian, he's a good man. I love him very dearly. Big fan. I've been a big fan of Chris Chan for many years now. I love Sonichu. Big fan of Sonichu. Christian is a talented artist. Very talented. Great work ethic. Rose Chu, she's a beautiful woman. I love beautiful women, as you know. Love beautiful women, so believe me about Rose Chu, folks. Fake news media says Rose Chu has a pickle, and it's not true, folks.
Jesus Christ! Oh, that is frightening. That is frightening. We're all doomed. We're doomed from the start.
Either that, or you can say something really awful and that I did it.
I never know what to do.
Detritus. Come on. Come on, Jim.
God, I want a McDonald's holiday pie.
I haven't had McDonald's in a good long time. Since the pandemic, the fast food restaurants have had really wonky hours, at least here in Portland. which I guess is good. I only get fast food like once every 2 months or so.
I get it maybe once every month.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe twice a month. I know I don't get it as much as the average person. Like, I'm not too worried about it. Like, we cook most of our meals.
Yeah.
It's not a daily.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Not like fucking.
My poor tummy. If I had to, because I know that there.
When
I've
I
had
was in
friends who
my,
would
when I
eat-
was like 20, it was McDonald's, Mountain Dew, and Domino's pizza every day. And if I
Oof.
cooked some, well, because I worked there, and I was broke.
Yeah,
I lived in
that's
poverty.
True. That's true.
But and when I worked at the gas station, it was no better. It was gas station food. Like, yeah, I cooked it, which technically is just like getting it out of the gas station freezer and throwing it in the microwave. That was my cooking for like a whole year. Fucked my stomach up permanently. That was the year that like my stomach was just like, all right, I'm taking in garbage for the rest of your life. All right. So that was, I don't know, and I never got over it. But anyway, what were you saying?
What was I saying?
About food, like you don't usually eat.
Oh yeah, just that I also mostly just cook my own meals, but a lot of that had to do because we definitely weren't well-to-do at all when I was a kid. But we still like cooked our own meals all the time. We would get fast food every once in a while, but we grew all of our own vegetables, and we had our own chicken, so we always had eggs. And my grandma just loved to cook, and that still carried on to me today. Like I cook most of my meals, but I'll do the occasional splurge and get like a banh mi, or I'll go to A&W and get a disgusting double cheeseburger with fried curds and lemonade. Ugh. But once a month, at least when I was living in Alameda, after my Patreon payday, and if I felt like I kicked a lot of ass that previous month, I would go down to the butchery and get the most expensive, delicious steak, like cut of steak, and cook an amazing steak for myself once a month as a little pat on the back.
They make fried cheese curds drizzled in caramel sauce.
Who does?
A&W?
In caramel sauce? I haven't seen that. What?
Is this true?
I'm looking this
Is
up.
it true? Is he dead?
What, they do shrimp?
A&W in Long John Silver's in Clovis, California has fried cheese curds drizzled in caramel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. A&W's poutine is pretty cool too. I still say the best poutine that you can have is Donair.
That was pretty good. I still gotta try that. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to now, but that chicken pot pie poutine that you had.
Wait, what?
You had chicken pot pie poutine. Or did you forget already?
Is that back in August?
No, this was somewhat recently. Greg and
Oh.
like you and Greg went somewhere.
Yeah, no, I know the one you're talking about with the phyllo dough, the thing in the middle of it. I remember eating it. I don't think it was chicken though. I want to say it was turkey. But yeah, like no, I know that it was the place we went. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. No, I remember because like the pot pie portion of it, like it was all like the big thing, but like the pot pie portion of it was just this little circular phyllo dough type, like a British pudding cup thing that you would put Yorkshire pudding in. It was kind of like one of those, and I had to like pull it apart and eat it in pieces separately. It took me like 3 days to eat that. Yeah, that was for Poutine Week.
I want to try making that exact type of poutine.
Yeah, it was February 1st through the 7th. Which is the thing, like, just to make something poutine, it just, whatever gravy it has, just drizzle it over the whole thing and put cheese curds in it. As long as it's got the French fries, that's, you know, that's what you're looking for. Oh man, I'm glad I streamed tonight. I'm having a good time.
Oh, good.
I know y'all are getting ready to leave in a little bit, but...
Yeah, I'm going to finish these frames of him lifting his menu, and then I'm probably going to call it.
I wasn't going to stream today because I was like, it's Sunday. I'm going to just take the day off and relax. And it's like, well, you know, I'm just talking to myself there. I was just like, you know, just as good as well as you do that you're going to work on your cartoon. It's like, how do you talk to yourself? It's like, now listen, you know just as well as you do that you're gonna do. So like, he's sitting here trying to pull my mind apart. But yeah, it's like, I was basically like, dude, you know you're gonna work on your cartoon anyway, even if you're gonna be lazy and slow because it's a Sunday and you got your mind on other stuff. I was like, might as well. Like I said, the 3 days in a row doing 12 hours was good, but I can't keep doing that. I'll end up like wearing myself out, like, you know, and have a heart attack or whatever, like a day before episode 2 comes out. I don't want to get into that. That would suck. I just want to work on the violence so bad.
Yeah.
I have to ask, because maybe I never noticed before, is that how you always draw a nose from the side?
What do you mean?
The swirl there, the flap.
The thing for the nostril?
Nose. Yeah.
No, it's brand new. Like I've like in most of the cartoon, you don't see their nostrils. The nostrils is a new thing I've started doing. I think it looks a little better.
It does. The thing is that for a candid nose, though, that curve you have should be going towards the towards.
You're breaking
swooping
up
back
a
towards the
little bit.
cheek.
Yeah, the curve that you have going towards the front from the nostril itself should be going the other direction.
So it should be going like a P
No,
and
here.
not a Q?
No, here. I redlined it. I sent it to you.
Oh, you redlined.
I noticed a thing. I did a thing. So get rid of the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
line
actually,
going
yeah, you're
forward.
right. Nope, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right, because it comes from down here.
Yeah.
It may have to do with it being Sunday if you itch what I'm scratching at.
No, it's fine, dude.
Holy,
I just happened to notice
that's
it,
embarrassing.
So I thought I'd say something.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, it's literally in the last scene. Like his nose is the. Oh my God. I'm sorry. This is God's way of telling me maybe you shouldn't be here right now. But no, it's Sunday.
Goodbye, everybody. That's the end of the stream.
That's the stream. Goodbye. That's it. That's the joke. Oh, thank you, Bo. No, that's. Cause I was sitting here looking at it, like adjusting, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" No.
Try one more thing, actually, because you're doing it kind of like.
Oh boy,
swirl.
here we go.
Here it comes.
I could shut up.
While
We're
I'm
being
here.
cocks.
No, really. Actually, I think it should be more like this. Yeah. Why? What you got issue with?
That wasn't an issue. I was gonna say you're doing it.
You're breaking
Right,
out,
it's-
breaking up a little
I'm-
bit.
Sorry, I'm away from the microphone. When you do the nostril, instead of curving it back over towards the line, try curving it forward, and it would have a different flow. But either way, it's still coming from the same direction. So.
You mean like as opposed to like these two?
Yeah, the top one is more
So
about
like a
how that
Q
line
and
would
not
flow.
like a P,
Right.
from this angle at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You play around with it.
I should
It's your.
compromise and just. Oh, now I don't know which way I used to do it.
Get your dog nose off my baby.
Either way, anyway.
Do it how you want.
Because I know, like for my yeens, like I draw their nose kind of.
For the hyena, that actually makes sense to draw it the other way
Kinda like
because
this. And
Yeah.
then,
Like a mushroom. Cut down the
a little
middle.
bit like Wolf O'Donnell's is kind of like a muffin. Like for Wolf O'Donnell. Wolf O'Donnell's would be kind of this shape. I don't know, people brought it to my attention that it looked like a muffin, like a little bit. I was like, okay, that's all right. I can have a muffin nose, that's okay. Well, I think it looks more like... No, let's leave it at muffin.
Looks more like a cupcake.
That's where I was fucking going to go. I would say it's more like a cupcake. It's like... Yeah. I can do muffin, cupcake, I cannot. That will not suffice. But anyway. Man, I really don't know what's up with OBS today, but holy fuck.
What's wrong with her?
It's just flickering and flickering and flickering and like, oh my god.
Did you update it?
I was gonna.
Because I got a message from OBS to update
It's on 2902. And I'm on 2803. I don't know which date that was, but damn, OBS has a Patreon. Yeah, but like what Bubba was saying and like suggesting stuff, one thing that Bubba, Slava, Rex, and I have, and by experience, you like Greg and Harp and everybody else in here too, but like one main thing that me and Slava and Rex and Bubba have, like when we're working in Blender, is if something doesn't look right, like even if I'm wrong, if I feel that there is a criticism I have that Rex or Bubba should look at in their work, I will say it. We never, like Rex, Bubba, am I wrong on this? We never pussyfoot around when it comes to giving needed criticism to someone else's stuff. Like if I'm putting something out where I make a poster of an advertisement in the background, but like the way a character's arm is bent and holding a thing, it looks like a penis, and I don't see it. And Rex or Bubba sees that, and they're like, oh man, Fred, I'm just gonna say this, if you release this on the internet, there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments saying that the way his arm is bent and holding the thing, it looks exactly like a penis. You know, something like that, instead of going, no, it's just me, like, I don't need to say something like that. Or if there's something where, like, Fred, I honestly think his nose looks too big, or the nostrils are facing the wrong way, or whatever, or, like, do you think his neck should be that wide when it's at the collar of his shirt? Things like that. Like, you gotta be able to say that and not be like, well, hey, I don't take this the wrong way. It's like, no, it's like if like all of us have like a Venn diagram of like areas that we both work in, and then like an area that is individual to each of us that the other one might not know everything about. But regardless of that, we don't shirk at the idea of just being like, hey, I don't know if I'm wrong, but like, look at this because it might be something. And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes it's like, no, actually you're right. I see you changing it to the way that I suggested to change it, and it doesn't look better. Like it looks worse. So you're on the right path. My bad. That does happen sometimes. But sometimes it's like, oh, you told me to change this actually, and I'm changing it now, and it looks better. Wow, you're right. Thank you. And it's like half the time there's not even like any thanks or I'm sorry or anything like that involved. Just like, oh hey, try it this way, and I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, that's the thing. You gotta be able to do it. You gotta be able to take it, and you gotta be able to dish it out. You can't be a baby and be like, no, I had a little suggestion. It's probably dumb and it probably whatever, but do you mind if I tell? Like, no, like fucking say it. Everything that I showed to Slava's from Russia. He doesn't fucking care. Like he doesn't have that whole like United States, like, well, just a shit sandwich. Start with kindness. Like no. If I send him something, I'm like, look, dude, this is amazing. I've been working on this all night. He will instantly be like, the neck is too thick. Make the neck skinnier. It doesn't line up with blah, blah, blah. And I'll go and I'll be like, yeah, he's right. But at the same time, Slava can make something, and I'll tell him, I'll be like, that looks really cool, but I think the eyes should be a little bit bigger, or I think the claws are a little too long. And sometimes I'll be right, sometimes I won't, but it's just like, you have to have that trading back and forth of slightly differing opinions on criticizing stuff like that. Like, if you're like, I like it, but I my opinion on it is like, I slightly just leaning in the direction that it needs to be a little bit smaller. Even if you disagree and you keep it the way it is, it's probably going to be fine. But, you know, like being able to say that with your friends and not get butt hurt. And also not get butt hurt when someone disagrees with you.
Yeah.
But that is very important. If you surround yourself with yes people who are always like, don't listen to those people on the internet. The neck is not too thick and the eyes aren't too close together. It looks perfect. Then you go the rest of your life drawing your characters with their eyes too close together. And every time someone's like, I love your art, you're amazing, you're making good strides, but your character's eyes are just like, I don't know, they're like, don't listen to them, baby. How many people out here being hurt by your critics tonight? Let people know. How many people being hurt by your art critics on Twitter? Like that kind of attitude. Like don't do you're perfect just the way you are. Keep shining. Keep melting faces and all. Like you're gonna get like into your 50s and people are gonna check on you 2 decades later and you're still gonna be making the same mistakes. I've seen it. It sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Always be like, if it's some random shithead on the internet, that's different. Some like really spectral, like oh, this is da-da-da, and on this point structure, I give it this many points for blah blah blah. There's always going to be somebody like that on the internet. If it's not someone you are directly related to in friendship or apprenticeship or mentorship or whatever, like if it's not someone whose opinion you strongly value, you know, take heed. You don't necessarily have to conform to random people on the internet. But you know, like what Stephen King said, if you send your story to 20 friends and all 20 of them have criticisms, but every criticism out of all 20 of them, all 20 are completely different, you're probably doing all right. If you send your story to 20 friends and like 14 or 15 of their criticisms are the exact same issue, it might be something you want to look into getting better at. But you know, if you upload your art and there's like 19 or 20 people saying the nose does look a little too big, you might want to consider it. You might want to, like, even if you don't like go online and be like, I admit it, you are right. Credit goes to criticism. Thank you for thing. I would be lost without you. Like a lot of people will think that. Like if you listen to a little,
Is that, if I may, if you're only looking for people to agree with you, you will never grow.
Yeah.
You just won't. You will never be the hot shit.
And everyone's in that phase.
You will stagnate. You need to be able to take criticism.
Everyone gets that phase.
Correct criticism. Yeah, exactly.
At a younger age, everyone's like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way I want it. It's my choice. It's my stylistic, creative choice, and blah blah blah. And you get along and like, stupid, dumb motherfucking pieces of shit. His nose isn't too big. He's just a big-nosed character. And blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, if he's a big-nosed character, then yeah, that's a trait he has. His nose is too big. But if people are saying that, and you're like, oh, well, I meant his character to have a really big nose. Like, well, then you get into the point where it's like, is it at the point where it's so big that it looks like, you know, like, oh, this is just a character with a big nose? Or is it at the point where even if it was a character with a big nose, it's like, this is still ridiculously too big? Even if it's a big-nosed character. But you have to be able to do that. Like, I'm on here all the time. There's all the time there are people on here, and they're like, oh, this looks a little too much this looks a little too much that. If it's nitpicking, if it's something really tiny, like, oh, I think the ear flick should be half a second earlier than the ear flick of the character is when he flicks his ear or something like that, then, you know, then I might not pay enough attention to it. But if it's something like the character's eyes are too big, or their arms are too long, or something's out of proportion, or there's something missing, or you forgot to draw lines on something, I always listen to that. I always listen to anybody criticizing, and I will never get on here and be like, oh, well, I meant for that mistake. That was, you know, a creative choice to add imperfection to the thing or whatever. But, you know, if it's like, you know, occasionally forgetting a color on a layer to make it look like an old cell painting error in production or whatever, that's different. But if it's something that is off-putting, that most people, like back to the Stephen King quote, like if most people see it and they're like, I noticed this, and it just kind of takes away from it, and most of the people that you send it to and ask about it are telling you like, yeah, you may want to do thing or whatever, then yeah, you should listen to it and never get butthurt. Don't get butthurt. Yeah, there's going to be people on the internet, they're going to be like, and I taught him how to do that, and I gave the criticism or whatever. It's just like, just don't pay attention to that. Listen to people whose opinions you care about regarding like fixing your art.
Yeah. Anybody who's really sincerely offering you criticism is somebody who wants to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Not point out that you're failing. Don't look at it that way.
I mean, there are people out there who like, you've got to be able to figure out which criticisms are from someone who's like, hey, I'm in the industry, and you should probably try doing this instead, blah blah blah, or maybe change this and see how it looks, and separating those from the people who are just like, what am I looking for, impulsive or compulsive, like, oh, this is too tiny and this needs to be moved 20 degrees to the right, and this is blah blah blah, this looks off and this looks off and this looks like. So there are some people that you'll change it and then send it to them instead of being like, yeah, just like that. They're like, oh, you're almost there, but you need to get about 10 more degrees to the da. You got to learn how to like pan pick your criticisms out of people who are just on Twitter that like have really, really bad OCD or wanting you to change one or two things. It's like doing a commission for someone and you send it to them, and instead of them being like, can you make the characters this bigger or smaller or whatever, they're actually just like, the brightness needs to be brought down at 0.23%, and this and the contrast is da. It's just like you've taken a commission from a madman. And you'll sit there for like 7 or 8 hours adjusting motion blur on something. For like, if you adjusted something per someone's criticisms like 3 or 4 times and they haven't gone, yes, that's it, perfect, thank you, and you're still adjusting them, either you've got something wrong with you, or more likely your commissioner person is being way too picky. But, and I'm talking about like really intricate things like, dude, are you serious? Like, I've sat here for like 4 hours fixing the motion blur in Blender. I had a friend on one of my animator Discords that I'm on talking about doing a motion graphics animation commission for a YouTube channel, and the guy just kept like nagging at him for like 5 hours about like the length of the trail of the motion blur on the edges of the letters, getting them down to a specific millimeter. And I'm like, dude, okay, this dude's just got fucking issues. Like, I told him like the same thing that I did when I had a kind of difficult commissioner person. I got it where it was like 90% of the way toward where they wanted the commission to go. And then as per their adjustments, I generated 6 different project files with slightly different, settings. in between where it's like, oh, now it's too high. I'm like, okay, I lowered it again. Well, now you set it too low again, and you set it back higher. No, that's still a tiny bit too high. Like when you get to that point with a commissioner, make like 6 to 10 different exports and show them all on one page, one giant image to the commissioner, and be like, here are 6 to 8 different versions that I made. Pick one of these, tell me which one you like that's the closest to what you want. And they did immediately, like, okay, number 6. And then you take number 6 and then you make a couple variations on that one. It's like Dark Souls character creator or whatever, like make 9, show me a 3x3 grid of like 9 faces that are close to the one I've got now, but in like varying whatevers. And then that second stage that you do, have them pick one out of that and tell them like which one you pick out of this one. This is it. This is a $30 commission, and you and I literally know I've spent exactly 11 hours on this for $30. So pick one of these that you like the most, and that's going to be the one, unless you want to give me some more money. Like you got to learn to, like, when it gets to that point with some people, just tell them, if you get to the point in a commission where people are being too nitpicky, and if you're still within the amount of hours that they have paid for, then don't complain. Do what they want you to do. But if you start getting to the point, based on your own self-worth, that your commission is getting to the point where you're spending way more hours on it than you feel comfortable based on what you were paid, you need to let them know. Grow a pair of balls or whatever, and tell them, like, look, this is a $100 commission that I've already spent 10 hours on, and my rate is a little bit higher than $10 an hour, so let's bring this to a close. I'm going to make 5 or 6 different versions with different contrast and brightness, and I want you to pick the one that you like the most. And then from that one, we'll go with your criticisms there, what needs to be adjusted, and I will make like 4 or 5 little quick variations based on that. And if they improve, then you pick one of those 6, and we're going to call it there, because like this is, unless you want to like pay for, isn't this a thing, Rex? Like certain artists, like if like you're allowed so many corrections, but then if you start nitpicking on little things, you're going to have to start paying a little extra money.
Yeah.
That's for time.
I've had. It was a learning experience for me, but
right
on the rare occasion
you don't
that
have to like out anybody or anything. Just
no,
curious.
I would never. But it's I nip it in the bud, kind of early on now, where my
You're
process
really good at
is. Well, thank you.
No, I mean in a friendly
present,
way.
Yeah. Especially if it's a concept that I really like, that they want me to work on, I might go a little overkill and be like, oh, here's 3 separate sketches that I made of the overall concept. What do you think? And they're like, great. And that gives them an opportunity to be like, oh, add this, you forgot this, maybe change this. Perfect, because it's the sketch phase, it's easy to manipulate things. And I'm like, great, I'll apply these changes and show you the line art version. Because once you kill all that shit in the sketch phase, the rest of it is smooth sailing. Like, I've never had a nightmare client like that in 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good ratio. Have I ever had any commissioners like that before? Why has this thing always got me leaning to the side? There we go. I'm back. I recalibrated. I've had one commissioner that, like, I'm not going to say they were difficult. They were not difficult. They were very friendly. They were always polite, but they were a little nitpicky. It was like 7, 8 years ago. But that's what I did. I reminded them. I was like, just let you know, you know, you paid $30 for this, and I already spent like 6 hours of my time drawing this character and getting it looking good, and now we're on like 9 or 10 hours of work for a $30 commission. So now, like, for me to continue working, I'm basically having been paid like $3 or $4 an hour. And when I reminded them of that, I was just like I'm fine, but like I've got other commissions I've got to get to. I'm good. Like you say that the brightness and contrast are off of the final render. It wasn't even like drawing the character. It was just like the color, saturation, brightness, contrast, and all that. And no, this was when I had a gas station job and was, you know, just trying to get a little extra money to help get by. I was literally living in poverty. Ramen noodle SpaghettiOs, borrowing electricity to charge batteries and shit like that. And yeah, like like I was fine, like everything was good. It was just like, yeah, I've got like 6 other commissions I've got to get to. Let me make like 6 different versions. And like if you get to that point with someone where, you know, you're like, I'm getting to where the time I've spent on your picture is getting me down to like the $3 and $4 per hour range. Now keep in mind, this was literally 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Even so, that is a paltry amount of money. And anyone at that point, when that's brought to their attention, like even if they're like really nitpicky, like some people will be nitpicky about a thing because they think it looks so good that they've got to have it absolutely perfect. It's not always, and most commonly it's never because they don't think it looks good enough. It's usually like some little tiny thing that they want changed or whatever. But you got to remind some people get so locked into that. You got to remind them, like, hey, you know, this is, you paid $30 for this, and I'm on my 11th hour of working on it. Sometimes you just have to bring that to someone's attention for them to go, oh, nope, you're right. This is good. Thank you very much for blah, blah, blah. Hey, it would be nice to get a tip or whatever, but no, like I never asked for tips. I was like, it's exactly this amount, first come, first serve. I decide what I will and won't do. I never had to turn one down. I was going to do a thing on eBay where whoever wins, I was going to draw like a 4K poster, like really high quality poster of Falco Fox, Slippy, and Peppy patting on the shoulder the new Star Fox recruit. And no matter what or who your character was, whoever won the eBay auction, I would draw the character. And immediately I thought, someone's gonna do Hitler. Some crazy pay whale on 4chan is gonna bid like $6,000 and win it. I'm like, wow, $6,000. That's like half of what I have left on my car to pay off or whatever. And they're like, my character is literally Hitler. And then I sit there and go, okay, so $6,000 and draw Hitler and catch flack, or don't draw Hitler in my style in a Fox in Space and miss out on, you know, $6,000 or something. Or what if he was even more? What if it was like, you know, $15,000, like some large amount, and it was like a My Little Pony character or Hitler, or not putting My Little Pony up there, but it's like this is my Little Pony character, and she has like 4 wings and 6 arms, and she inflates like a balloon. Hey, I'm paying you $12,000. I won the auction. It's like, what amount of money would it have to be where I would be like, it's just a little Hitler drawing, or it's a little like inflatey, hyper extremity MLP character or whatever. Like I sat there and actually thought about it, you know, like what amount of money would it have to be, or rather, what amount of money would make me go, nah, I don't want that. $6,000 to yeah, like 50, yeah, like that's the thing. It's interesting. It's interesting because there is an amount of money. Would I do it for $10 billion? Absolutely. Would I do it for $1 million? Absolutely. Draw Hitler getting, like, you know, patted on the belly. Hey, Hitler, Adolf, welcome to the Star Fox team. Like, would I do that for $1 million? Absolutely. It's a fucking JPEG. Absolutely. But I would tell people, I'd be like, no, this is the auction, and this is the deal with the devil that I made, and I would do it. Like, does that mean I'm a bad guy and I like Hitler? No, it's a commission. Some people draw commissions of people shitting on each other. That doesn't mean that the commissioner likes pooping on his wife or whatever. And,
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well,
see, I would look at it this way.
Health-wise, yes, there is.
I'm just saying,
This is
I'm not the
interesting.
idiot who paid $1 million for a drawing of Hitler. That's the way that I would look
that's what I'm
at
saying. But that's what I always look out for when I'm like I should do like when I finish Fox in Space, I'm gonna do.
Don't draw Hitler.
Huh?
Don't draw Hitler.
Don't draw Hitler.
Just draw a little Hitler.
It was only a little. It was only a little tiny Hitler. It was only a grayscale 2K resolution Hitler.
Like an inch of Hitler, just an inch.
I'd almost rather draw Hitler than like someone's inflating persona with like, this is my balloon. No, I'm inflating like a balloon. Welcome to Star, or rather, oh, now I'm growing 700 feet tall. I want to fuck the Willis Tower. I'd be more afraid of that than Hitler. Like if it was just Hitler, like I just want you to draw Hitler. I'm like, oh God, thank God, just Hitler, not like 800 foot tall, like fucking a 747. Jerking off with a Bombardier Q300.
A hyper Hitler.
Hitler as a sexy anthropomorphic 747. Oh, I think there's a seagull in my left engine. Won't you check it for me? God. But yeah, just I think about stuff like that a lot. Like if I had opened up a, because you remember like when what was it? Mountain Dew did like vote for what you think needs to be the next Mountain Dew flavor, and they just left it open. And like whatever the leading thing is, no matter what it is, because there's no way that like a bunch of people on the internet would band together and vote for something offensive. We're just gonna leave it up on the website, and yeah, like the 20 different variations of gushing grannies. Gushing grannies. It's like, oh. I haven't felt that since the Woodrow Wilson administration. But yeah, like that's gonna happen. And like people told me, like you should just do like when you finish episode 3, you should go on eBay and make some sort of auction where you draw Star Fox, your characters with someone's original character, and I could put disclaimer or something like I won't do this kind of character and this kind of character, and no like I think that would be the smart thing to do. Just be like, whoever wants to do this, you know, no 4chan shit, no like weird shit or like a anthropomorphic piece of poop or Hitler or anything like fucking weird like that. But also stating something like that will possibly severely lower your chances of getting a larger amount of money. And that's where you have to ask yourself, like, would you be all right drawing an anthropomorphic green penis with 6 arms being welcomed into the Star Fox team? Or Adolf Hitler, or Kanye West, or yeah, because we're lumping those in together now. But it's just like some, or Milo Yiannopoulos. My character is Milo Yiannopoulos as an MLP pony. Is Milo Yiannopoulos? Yeah, but and then it's like at that point, it's like, do you draw it or do you refuse and say, sorry, dude, I'm gonna have to take bidder number 2? And it's like,
go for bidder number 2. It's
well, it depends. What if bidder number 1 is $100,000 and bidder number 2 is $7,000?
I'm just saying, we're breaking 6 figures if I'm drawing Hitler, that's
Yeah,
all.
if I'm drawing Hitler, we're breaking 6 figures. I'm a 6-figure dude. If we drawn But yeah,
I ain't
oh
no
my God.
6-figure Hitler, bitch.
Instead of Hitler. Hitler is such a mean name. What about Hugler? I'm Adolf Hugler.
So there's like this documentary movie called
Hugler.
it's
Oh my
called
God.
because Spretz was
Oh
talking to me
my
about it. I think it came out in 2012. It's called Guess Who's Back or something.
Come and see.
Or Look Who's Back.
Or wait, the Hitler thing where he goes through a time machine.
Maybe like he wakes up like where he died.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
Guess Who's Back.
that. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen it, but
I've never even heard
like
of it.
he's in Germany and like it's filmed like a documentary and he's like actually it's almost like a Borat
I've
thing.
seen a bunch of stuff on
And
YouTube about it.
He like goes up to these street performers and he was like, I need to get back to a command, and they're like, go find your own street, dude, I'm making money. Like they thought that he was performing,
Like a busker.
yeah, like no one was taking him seriously at all. And then he like went to go meet up with this like Aryan group in Germany, and it was like an actual group. And he was like, well, what do you guys do? And like, oh, we're just kind of dotted here and there, you know. And he was just like, you guys suck, like this is horrible, like, you're the worst Nazis ever.
You're the worst Nazis ever. Leave my sight. It needs to be a mid-journey prompt. Adolf Hitler and Kanye West like embracing in gay yaoi manga style. Adolf,
I
son.
don't want to Google that, but I want to know.
And then send it to Kanye, and that's like his sobering wake-up moment where he realizes, like, okay, yeah, this is kind of fucked
You
up.
send it to Kanye, and he's like, "Yeah, I commissioned this. What's up?"
You ain't
He,
got
like,
all the
wins your
answers,
auction.
Frederick. You ain't got all the answers. You ain't did the education. Oh, Christ.
Adolf Senpai, more like Adolf Henson. No,
God.
never mind.
With the giant yaoi hands.
Oh my god.
You remember the giant yaoi hands shit? Oh my god. I think Kanye West is experiencing a glitch in the Matrix.
He is the glitch in the Matrix.
Is that your mom up there? Pretty based. Look at this.
I heard that, young man.
Hey, dude, your mom's pretty based. It's like the gayest thing you could ever hear somebody say in the real world. It's like, dude, your mom's pretty
Based in what?
I think they need to go back whence they came.
Oh, wow. You won't hear that on television.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. I'm from Tennessee. Tennessee is just full of moms where the dudes are like, Mom, you can't say that anymore. Please stop. My friends are over. It's like, I mean, am I wrong? Hey, any other Tennesseans out there? They're like, no, yeah, my mom does this like every day. I have to like be like, Mom, dude, stop. Google's listening. I should, Middle Tennessee. Bless your heart.
Hey.
Yeah, all my
They
friends
got
are
a-
in like Knoxville and Crossville and whatnot. So hey,
Wasn't it about Middle Tennessee where we found the Buckies? We should check it out.
that was where was that? I don't think that was the one in Sevierville yet. Was it Chattanooga?
I think it was Chattanooga. They were still building the one in Sevierville when we were there. That's what they told me anyway.
Adairsville, Georgia. Where was it? Crossville on 2045 Genesis Road, Crossville, Tennessee. That was the one. That's where Sindrake used to live. That's actually where my family, like my Tennessee side of my family, is from. They're from the Crossville area of Tennessee.
Huh.
So yeah, Middle Tennessee represent. Bucky's rocks. It's like the Disney World of gas stations, only it's a beaver instead of a mouse.
I'm so glad you guys got to experience
It's so good.
that.
It was 100% worth it. I want a kolache so bad now.
Dude, I can show you how to make them.
But it won't be the same.
Yeah, it'll be better, and you'll just have to deal with it.
It'd be better if you made it, but me, I
That's
don't
what
know.
I mean.
I have my doubts.
I trust me, I could show you the award-winning way to never fuck it up. They're so good.
I believe you.
Fresh hot
Fresh
biscuit on the board.
biscuit on the board. Fresh hot biscuit on the board. Do you still have the video? Did you get a video, or maybe that was Greg that got
No, that
it?
was Greg. That was definitely Greg, yeah. Or Harp.
Welcome back.
Fabulous. And
That's
so
what a lot
soft.
of Delano
We make them
is
all in house.
basically like a milk bread with a hot dog and cheese inside of it.
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry. I want to share this. I have to
Oh
share.
yeah,
it.
no, go for it. Go for it.
This gas station is now open in Daytona Beach.
Okay, you got to dance in your seat. Come on, Andre, this music, right? This is good stuff here. It's the first of its kind in Central Florida. And Fox 75's David Martin joining us live. He's in Daytona Beach this morning checking out Bucky's. They came here all the way from Texas, David.
Amy, I love you. That is my theme song they're playing. I love it. Little harmonica. Good morning to you from Bucky's in Daytona Beach. I learned a new word this morning. They sell a ton of kolaches. What is a kolache?
Hell yes.
Randy Pauly Pitmaster knows. Randy, good morning to you.
What's up? We're talking kolaches first. Let's start with kolaches.
All right.
Kolaches
This is a
sweet
gas
bread
station.
wrapped
Look how
in either
big it
something
is.
savory, which meat, usually meat and cheese, and sweet. So we tasted a meat kolache earlier. Let's try a strawberry cream cheese kolache.
I'm on board with that.
Sweet dough.
Well, you cut that. Let me tell the audience that they open officially at 11 o'clock with a grand opening ribbon cutting, but they're now open. I mean, 6 o'clock is when they open the doors up, and this place has been mobbed ever since with people getting their taste of Buc-ee's. Is that it, my friend?
So yes, so we've got the strawberry cheese
And those beef.
cream cheese, kolache. We also brought, while we were doing sweet, I went ahead and brought a banana pudding fudge, dark chocolate sea salt, and a key lime pie. We're in Florida. Key lime pie fudge.
Fascinating.
And then on top of it, I went ahead and put some beaver nuggets on there and our roasted pecans that we do over here all day long.
Let me try one of these kolache bites.
Key lime pie fudge.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
Oh,
fabulous. And
all
so
made
soft.
in-house.
He
We
didn't
make
even
them all
take a
in-house,
bite.
all in-
He didn't
so
even
all
like
we-
nip the wiener.
Fabulous. And
All
so
made-
nice. Oh.
We do
Oh wait,
over
that's
here
not
all
wiener.
day
That
long.
was
Let me try one of these
never mind.
kolache
Stay
bites.
sweet
corrected.
kolache.
That's
You gotta
fabulous.
get the one with the
And so
wiener.
soft.
You ain't hitting
We
it
make them all
right.
in house, if you look at the refrigerator case and so forth, you'll see salads and sandwiches and cut fruit. We cut it daily. We make those sandwiches daily. We make those salads daily. So it's all
Randy,
fresh coming at you.
Can we talk meat?
Let's get out of here. Let's go talk meat.
Come on, Paolo, get your camera inside that brisket epicenter. Oh, it's crowded. Nope, I'll follow you, brother, man. All right, so, Randy, you are known worldwide.
Fresh biscuit on the bone.
We are bringing Texas
Did he
to
do
you
it?
right
Brisket
now.
on the bone.
And that is a
Why
full
is there a
brisket,
picture of a
okay?
bathroom?
They're showing off the
brisket,
cleanliness of their bathrooms. It's one of the big staples.
You hear him
bringing
yelling at
Texas
it in the background. The guy yells fresh brisket on the board, and then everyone else in the meat department yells fresh brisket on the
epicenter.
board.
Oh, it's crowded. Nope, I'll follow you, brother, man. All right, so, Randy, you are known worldwide.
And just so you know, like this gas station, it looks exactly the same. I did not go into the bathrooms. Is this what the bathrooms look like?
Yeah, they're super clean.
Jesus Christ.
They're always pristine.
Gee, like I remember the whole time we were there, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom, and I never did. I ended up taking a whiz at Arby's or whatever.
Get
But
your camera inside that brisket
Anyway.
epicenter. Oh, it's crowded. Nope, I'll follow you, brother, man. All right, so, Randy, you are known worldwide.
So that's the brisket, baby!
Fresh
We're bringing
brisket on
Texas
the
to
board.
you right now. And that is a full brisket, okay? And you'll notice he's separating the point and the flat. Now, in regular terms, when you go to the barbecue house, you say, hey, they ask you if you want moist or lean.
Right.
Well, first of all, our lean is really moist, but it's a fat thing. How much fat? Fat is flavor. We want flat. We want it. We don't want a lot. We want a little, because that's where the flavor is. So that's the lean part. The one he put in the drawer is the moist part. So he's gonna start breaking it down. He's looking for the grain right now, because he's gonna cut against the grain. And he's gonna slice, and he's gonna slice, and he's gonna look for the fat. He's gonna trim the fat, he's gonna leave a little bit on, but not a lot. That's what he's doing right now, and you'll see in just a second, once he looks for fat on those pieces, he's gonna put it back on the board, and we're gonna chop it up.
So these eventually become sandwiches, tacos. What kinds of things do they become?
Exactly. So in the morning we do breakfast tacos. We have a breakfast egg
They
and
cook
brisket
beef
brisket
briskets
taco.
all
So we
day.
have that in the morning. But as we get in the day, we have your chopped brisket, we have your sliced brisket, and of course we got pulled pork
they
and all
make
that
it into
too.
jerky
Well, let's
there
talk
too,
brisket
don't
for
they?
we're in Texas. So,
I could be
and the
wrong.
beautiful thing is, one of the
That I
things
don't
is
recall.
we do the sliced
that they
brisket.
have
So if you've got a
so
party or
much
something,
jerky there,
we've
it's
got it for
crazy.
you. You can go. You can even buy a whole brisket from us.
I'm
We'll wrap
sad
it
that
in
I just
foil
brushed
like you
my
made
teeth.
it. So you got any bowl in your next party?
Well, I didn't brush my
Wait,
teeth,
say it
but I'm
again,
sad
what?
because I'm not
Fresh
eating right
chopped brisket on the board.
Oh, got it.
Fresh chopped brisket on the board.
All right, Amy.
Every time you tell them, we got to repeat it.
Oh,
So
there we go.
we want them to know. There it is, right there.
Hell
Buc-ee's
yeah,
officially open in
dude.
Daytona Beach, corner of LPG2 Boulevard. No, that's LPGA
It's
Boulevard.
like
And I'll get
East-
that right. And I-95. I get that. A
Wait,
lot of
did you
L's
say
and letters in
YouTube
there.
Boulevard?
And they now are open year-round, 24/7. So I hope you come on down
Yeah,
and
they're
enjoy the party.
24/7, aren't they?
Nice work, Randy.
Oh.
How far is Daytona Beach from here?
It's a quick
No.
drive,
So
Andre.
this
We can get in
isn't
the car
just
and hop in and
Florida.
go after the show, okay?
I'm in. That looks
The,
Brian's
great.
in too.
It's-
the brisket thing and the deli shit, that's not 24/7. The gas stations
Yeah.
are 24/7, but
But you can still go inside and buy stuff, right?
yeah.
It's so good. It really, really is super, super good. Fresh hot brisket on the board.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy that we got to stop in at one at all.
Me
It was
too,
destined
and,
to be.
like, I
'cause,
bought
when we left
one
Texas-
kolache.
Yeah.
I bought one kolache, and you're like, I bought the whole box of them. I was like, why would I want more than one? And then I got out to the truck and I had one. I looked at Greg. I was like, this is gonna be a problem, because we were already like 20 miles on the road. And I remembered you having the rest of them. I was like, yeah, I'll have another one. Yeah, I could have another. But yeah, if you're
I'm
like in
so
there, like
mad.
from Texas to Tennessee to Georgia to Florida, like I don't know where else they are, but if you're like in between those states, there are quite a few Buc-ee's stations, and they are totally worth it. If you want to see a good little piece of Americana, and you want some good eats, like something to eat while you're there that's really good, yeah, absolutely. Like there's like, being a gas station worker for most of my young adult life, I will tell you right now, the best gas station in the world, as of checking them all out a couple months ago, Buc-ee's, hands down. Absolutely.
And,
like that video you saw, there is no little Buc-ee's. They're all that big. They're all that huge. They all have that much stuff to buy, and like crafts and rinky-dink southern like craft things and whatnot. But they all
Barbecue
have
pits, smokers, crap like that.
But they all have all of that food and all of the weird like snacks and things that you want to try, and they're actually all very good.
Yeah. And by the way, they're in Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee. They're opening more in Colorado, Louisiana, and Mississippi and Missouri.
See, Cloud Shepherd in the chat, you're confusing me, because you said it's a 2-hour drive for me, and you're making kind of a disappointed face. Only driving 2 hours to get to a Buc-ee's is a blessing.
Yes.
Because you got to remember, like 75% of the country is like 20 hours away from a Buc-ee's. You're only 2 hours from a Buc-ee's, you're blessed. Where my mom lives, she's like about 3 hours from one. I wouldn't care. I'd still go. Be like, we're driving there and getting it. Sometimes you got to drive 3 hours to get a tooth pulled at the right dentist's office. 2 hours to drive. I mean, yeah, it's a long fucking time to drive to a fucking gas station. I agree with you there. But it's like the Disney World of gas stations.
Yeah, it's like something,
It's
if you're
like-
going, you make it a day thing.
If you've
Like,
never been to a Buc-ee's and you drive 2 hours to get to one, you're going to be staying there for about 2 hours just to see everything that they have. And there's even like a dude that comes out in a big Buc-ee's mascot suit and hugs you and take pictures with people and whatnot. You should definitely go get the beaver nuggets, get the brisket, get the different crazy flavors of jerky they have. You'll feel more satisfied than, driving 12 hours and spending $2,000 going to Disney World. I really do think so. Especially if you buy a bunch of edible stuff to take back with you. Yeah, you remember when we stopped there for gas? It was the cheapest gas all around for like 3 hours of the drive.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna have like the super expensive gas. No, exact opposite. They had the cheapest gas of any gas station. I think they can do that because it's like, well, they know that if you're coming to Buc-ee's, you're coming inside. If you're coming in Buc-ee's, you always come inside. It's for life. But yeah, like people are always going in there and like buying stuff. You have to. Like if it's Buc-ee's, like, oh, I'm gonna drive into this like huge football stadium sized gas station and just get gas and leave. It's like, no. You're going in there for the boiled nuts and stuff. They have like the roasted candy coated nuts and the beef jerky and all that stuff. So good. So good. Good God.
Well, I did it. I finished his hand
Are
animation.
you leaving?
Yeah.
Probably good.
That's what it sounded like. That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah. I really wish I could stay. I didn't even stay up this late last night. 1 a.m.
That's all right. You have stayed up pretty late. I'm going to stay here, though.
Yeah, you will.
Everybody can hang out with me. And well...
And draw
okay, we're
Hitler.
not.
And draw gay Hitler.
And most of all, don't forget to draw Hitler. Don't get to bloody well draw
Draw Hitler. Damn well draw Hitler.
That's it. That's the one. Are y'all really leaving?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I've got to. It's like 4 in the morning.
All
for me.
right. Well, this is me signing off of Discord. Staying on stream. I'm gonna chill here with you guys, but yeah, Bubba Rex, y'all get some sleep. Let me close you
Yeah.
down real quick. Derp, derp, zerp. All right.
Love y'all dearly. Talk
You
to you
too,
tomorrow.
buddy.
Yeah.
Y'all have a
Love
good
you
one.
guys.
I'll see you in the morning. Or in the afternoon, really, if it's fucking 5 a.m. already. How's it going? How's it going? Very sad. Absolutely sad. No one showed up. Trust me, I know. I went there. I said, wow, that's not that very many people. So sad. 69 viewers. Something must be going wrong in the James Falcon campaign. Trust me, I know. I went there. Not that many people. Not a lot of people. So sad. Always start working out again. It's a good idea. Wait, I put 2 of these? Knock, knock on the door 3 times. Knock, knock on the door. Not anymore. I gotta pee again for like the 9th fucking time tonight. Like, trust me, I've just been drinking like 3 gallons of water. I was just scared like that little crazy guy from Bringing Out the Dead that drank too much water. It's like, you're gonna fucking die! I'll be right back. Right. I'm back. Because it's got electrolytes. It's got what yeens crave, right? Something like that. I do need some water. Classy, I know. Friday night. I'm here.
Detritus.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's like a flat F sharp. And not very sharp F sharp. Na 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 na. It's like the theme song for 2010. Jesus Christ, what a year.
It's always the same, as always. Sad and tongue-tied, it's got a memory, a refrain. I'm afraid, you're afraid, and we die and we live and we're born again. Turn me inside.
hey, whatever works.
Pick up the phone. And I want to go. And I want to go home now. Pick up the phone. And I want to go home now. Up and around we go. Now around we go. Up and 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 around we go now. Lady, come on, set me free. Come on. Sentimental, heartbreaking, everything's my fault. Sentimental, heartbreaking, everything's my fault. Hold on, I'm calling back to the bowl, and we'll dazzle them all. Hold on, I'm calling back to the bowl.
Red cake. Red cake.
Calling back to the bowl, and we'll dazzle them all. Hold on.
This is the official listing. I hope that this explains something. Like it's the Marron Pastry Shop Bakery in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, New York. Is the cake we got for Rex's birthday, on his birthday, in Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn is my favorite borough, for sure. Ooh. Oh man, if we could only have the stream reflect in the same mood. When all of my friends are offline, but I still have to stream. to stream alone. When the beer is gone. On the door. Hey Everett, how's it going? Well, that's good. You better not say it out loud. Don't ever say that shit out loud. Especially when I'm shipping something and it's going perfectly to Russia or Ukraine or Georgia or wherever, and I'm just like, don't say it out loud. It's actually doing pretty good. The second that you say, hey man, like, there's no like hurdles. This is actually gonna get there on time. Yeah, like that's when it fucks up. I never trust shipping. This is where I'm kind of stuck. I'm trying to imagine an ear like this coming down. Actually, I think I just did it there. Not anymore. It's an ear like this coming down and flipping around. The Gremlin. Do I have that album? Yeah, Song of the Gremlin. I focused the hourglass, or I focused the magnifying glass that brought down the wings of Icarus. The Zeppelin was easy, a simple pin. Or the, what was it called? Or the balloon is easy, simple pin, or a knife in the case of the Zeppelin. Such a good one. Oh my God. And the fact that it was sung by Arthur Brown. Yeah, where is it? Is it the... Yeah. So this is the album Captain Lockheed and the Starfighters. This is about the Starfighter airplane that was sold to the German government or whatever, and like there were so many people. It was the Widowmaker because so many people who flied the plane actually died from it. And Robert Calvert from Hawkwind made the album, and here's a couple tracks from it. It's pretty great.
Prima. We take
So great.
700. 250 is enough. 700. No, 250 is all we can cope
We
with.
need
Most.
700 at least.
250.
Would you sign here, please? And here. Oh, yes, and one down here.
Development costs? But surely you can't forecast development costs? Isn't that the trifle irregular?
G for Germany. G for Germany. There.
Germany.
No,
Yeah.
G for Germany.
It's perfectly okay, G for Germany. They'll go for that in a big way.
The F-104G.
Focused, the magnifying glass that brought the downfall of Icarus. I focused, the magnifying glass that brought the downfall of Icarus. Balloons were easy. A simple pin. Or a knife in the case.
the gremlin, the proverbial gremlin.
That blade was the cause of many a brain. In the early days of stick and string.
The gremlin is the proverbial reason why airplane stuff fucks up.
The gremlin.
Something fucks up on an airplane, they blame it on the gremlin. Like if it's unexplainable or whatever.
I was there. Making mischief in the always will be wherever man flies in the face of creation's
Knock, knock on the door. It does say knock, knock on the door. Где Слава? Русские где в чате? Мои лучшие давние друзья из другой страны. Как сказать? Всегда моя грамматика неплохо. Но тоже нехорошие. Блин. Сука. Как вы себя чувствуете? Кто-то в России. I beat all the fucking robots in Mega Man 3 last night. But then I had to go to the Dr. Robot characters. And that got a little confusing. I always forget who's susceptible to what weapon. I haven't played a video game on here in a while. I should play a video game at some point. Probably not right now, though. You know, I did just get that new Dead Space remake. Though I'm sure you guys have seen everybody play it. I haven't really had a chance to get to play it that much. I am survival horror. All the time. Survival horror all the way. Silent Hill, The Forest, Green Hell, Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, Resident Evil, stuff like that. I love that shit. Signalis, I don't think I've heard of that. Favorite John Hughes movie, Uncle Buck. Right out of the gate, Uncle Buck. That was a John Hughes, wasn't it? Like Home Alone and all that shit. I voluntarily rented Uncle Buck when I was like 6 years old or 7 years old because I liked John Candy so much. I think John Candy was the first celebrity I heard about dying. And I got really upset. So I loved Camp Candy. I loved Uncle Buck. Even Who's Harry Crumb. That's a favorite movie of mine. The Air Duct scene. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, like I love John Candy. Big fan of SCTV. It was basically like SNL comedy skit stuff, but Canadian, Southern City TV. Yeah, John Candy was fucking great. Well, the only person that I think of in the entire world that can channel John Candy is Noke Eric, or however you say it. He did some voice work in a cartoon that I worked on, but I want him to voice a John Candy-esque character in the Violence, and tell people that, like, yeah, this is, I don't know, his kind of personality in this character, and I think Eric can totally channel that. I don't mean to pigeonhole anything. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm here. Apparently you've never been here.
A new person. Fresh meat. His meat. Or her meat, or their meat. It's okay. I'll eat anyone's flesh. It is 2023.
How are you doing tonight? Just making sure everyone's having a good time. Well, hey, how are you doing? I'm trying to get episode 2 out by the 30th anniversary of Star Fox. American anniversary. I think the Japanese one's about to happen in a few days. But I have about 34 minutes animated of a roughly 36-minute animation. So we're getting there. I've got hiccups too, for different reasons. Yeah, like and that's the thing, everyone's like, why is it taking 7 years? It's like, I already have 30-something minutes done of animation. Like, if you want to, like, watch the first, like, part 1 and part 2 that are basically 2 episodes in their own, and then, like, the 90% of part 3 that I have finished, like, it's over 30 minutes of animation that I've pretty much done entirely by myself. Like, it's a big gay love letter to the Star Fox franchise. But I've recently transitioned over to Blender, and it has opened up a lot of stuff, a lot of opportunities. Friends of mine learning it as well. Where do I have this fucking thing aligned anymore? I don't even know if yeah, that's too big. It's got to come down here to the bottom. Uh-oh, that's what I was afraid of. Fuck. Why am I floating above my Russian propaganda text? 1 second. That was a joke. Chill out. Oh, God. I hate this shit with OBS. You move something down that's like below, like down here, it moves everything else in the thing that you're working on up 10 pixels. That's now we've got this giant gap everywhere. I'm gonna have to reset this. And now it's gone. Oh, Jesus Christ, what have I done? See, now it's, oh my God, what did I do? Import, hold on, I fucked myself here. That's the thing, and like, it's like Dark Souls, the second that you do a thing, it's permanent. All right, work stream, import. Are we? Okay, all right. Did I actually get something fixed? Are we here? Is it still showing like are we actually here? Like we're good? You can hear me and the things are going. Bum 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 bum. I think I did it. I apologize. It is a little out of whack sometimes, but. Now, as I have stated always, and in the future, my Patreon money is strictly for the Twitch streams that I do, not for any animation project. If I lost my Patreon and had to go get a job at a gas station scrubbing toilets like I was before I got my Patreon, I'd still be making this cartoon. It's still going to be made. Nintendo can't stop that. But as far as my money being like for a specific thing, as it says on my Patreon, it's just for these streams. It's to keep my streams going. Like I set that as my policy 7 years ago, and I'm still here, so I don't think anyone has any big issue with that. That's the thing, like when I get episode 3 done, I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing fan animations. I kind of want to skip the 3rd episode and just be like, yeah, use your imagination for what happens. I just want to get over to my own IP. But I made this promise when I started that when I do this, I'm going to make 3 episodes, have the story close, have some nice closure, my little love letter that I've wanted to write to this franchise since I was 8, 9 years old, and then move on to my own shit. I want to spend the rest of my life writing the stories of my characters in my world and my story. Everyone's like, oh, but you were going to do another season of Star Fox, this, that. I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to be in my 50s and 60s making fan animations of someone else's property. As nice as it would be. Now, if they came forward and they're like, hey, we'll pay you money and sign a contract with you because everybody thinks you love our property more than anyone else, and we'd love for you to take it over because we're not going to do anything with it. If they did that and it was, you know, I had full creative whatever, then great. But they're not, because they're Nintendo. I just want to make these things, and now that I've learned how to animate and use these programs and stuff, I want to go over to my own IP. I will. Like it's already being worked on. It's, you know, the timing with the war in Ukraine and whatnot is unfortunate because they're all like Russian hyenas. But I'm not changing it. Everyone's like, well, maybe you can make them Ukrainian or make them Chinese or something because right now in current year, Russia bad. And it's like, yeah, Russia's government is doing some unpopular stuff, but this isn't about the Russian government. It's not a political piece or anything like that. It's just about some Russian hyenas on a submarine. Like, it had nothing to do with Putin or Zelensky or Joe Biden or current year politics. Like, I'm wanting to make a timeless story. I want to, I hope not. I don't care. However you feel about the war shit that's going on, everybody's got their own opinions and YouTube and blah, blah, blah and all that stuff. Like this is completely removed from that. I've been learning Russian for over 3 years. And I'm going to voice some of the characters, and I've got some Russian friends that are voicing some of the characters. There's going to be some Mandarin. There's going to be some Hindi. There's going to be a lot of other, it's not all just hyenas. Like, these are just some Russian hyenas. There's going to be like some tiger characters that speak Hindi and some bird characters that are just, regular American English, British English, whatever. It's just a story that I want to make about some characters and just some ordinary people thrust into an extraordinary situation. I have a lot of Russian friends. Most of them are no longer in Russia. They had to leave. Because, like they're 3D Blender artists or ZBrush artists. And they get paid with their commissions and stuff. But, when PayPal shut down the shit, they had to move. My closest Russian friend who helps me with a Fox in Space had to leave Russia and go to Georgia. Because I couldn't pay him to do the stuff anymore, and the other commissions and things that he does, he couldn't get paid for that shit anymore. Because, Russia bad now or whatever. Obviously, yeah. However you feel, like, this shit sucks, and I wish it wasn't going on. And yeah, like, people coming out and threatening nuclear catastrophic outcome if this goes this way or that way. It's terrifying, but it's, as a human being, it's embarrassing. It's like, dude, we have the fucking internet. People are playing Pokemon Go and League of Legends, and we all just go flip burgers and come home and just want to get on Steam and hang out with our friends and not give a shit about all this stuff, and all these old crazy war horny people are doing whatever. I don't look into it. I'm not trying to give a huge political insight or anything. I'm not political about that stuff, but it's embarrassing. Like most of the people that are, most people in the world, age 50 down to age 15 or whatever, it's just hey, we're all nerds, we're playing games on Steam and we flip burgers. Why is there all this Nazi shit or whatever? Yeah, war horny. People are war horny. I don't know. I'm not trying to make some big statement. I don't want to garner attention to anything. It's just how I feel. My opinions almost never line up with everyone else's, but I think it's embarrassing that we have the internet, but we're still doing this whole I don't know, war nostalgia, like that South Park episode. Do I think I put the violence clips on the Fox and Space channel when they're done? I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to make a new YouTube channel or just keep the old one. I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I have friends in Ukraine, I have friends in Russia, I have friends in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, if I can sound more American saying that. And it's just the same thing. They say the same thing to me. They're like, yeah, I'm Russian and I have friends, I have family, I have cousins in Ukraine and people in Kazakhstan that have friends in Russia and Ukraine, all that. It's the same thing. It's like, dude, I just like fry chicken and flip burgers, and other people are like, oh, dude, I crunch numbers on a computer all day, and then I come home and play Steam with my friends, and then all this shit on the internet about like soldiers moving in and invading a country and blowing people up. It's like, dude, I get on Steam and talk to my friends, and there's people that are like, you need to go, and because you're from here, you need to take a stance on blah, 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 and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, I play Escape from Tarkov and Minecraft with my friends from these countries. Like, I don't want to go fight and kill people from their country because, like, oh, government says we're being invaded. Da, 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 da. It's just super lame. Being a fat, well-fed American white dude or whatever the fuck I fall into, I can't say that I have any experience with that shit, not enlisting and not dealing with stuff, but like it's still embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's like, dude, we're in the 2020s. We're on Steam. We're playing video games and like we're still like doing this shit. Like some 70-something-year-old balding dude that's dying of cancer and Parkinson's or whatever. It just sucks. It's like, dude, let us play our video games and be coal miners and video gamers and shit, and just, you know. But no, like the old war horny dudes with gray hair dying from whatever want to leave something for their legacy or some shit. It's just like, come on, dude. People that don't know what Angry Birds is. I bet if you went up to Vladimir Putin and asked him what Angry Birds was, he'd have no fucking idea. It's like, how can you declare war on a country when you don't even know what Angry Birds is? If you ever got on a smartphone and played Angry Birds, it would save you. It would save the world. Force Putin to play Angry Birds, and I'll just be like, I didn't know that this was what people were doing now instead of killing each other. Angry Birds. But it's like, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but like it's no less stupid sounding than like the shit that people are doing. Yeah, I don't even know, like, is Angry Birds still a thing? That was a video game, a smartphone video game from 11 years ago. I don't know. I remember 2012, everybody was crazy. Like, that was the last time I played Angry Birds, was 2012. I downloaded it, I was like, fine, it's, no. I don't know. I got a buddy in Ukraine that's telling me all the shit that's going on. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. It's totally dumb and stupid and embarrassing that this is a thing. I think it's just somebody that's like, man, I've been bored. We need to have a war. What we need is another war. No pudding. Dead alive or brain dead. Oh my God. The Angry Birds movie was a thing, wasn't it? But yeah, I don't mean to like meme and make light of shit that's going on with like the war stuff. That's really shitty. It's really shitty, and I wish that my friends didn't have to deal with that. You have my sympathy, and if there's anything that I can like tell you or help you with or whatever. Like I do what I can. I don't know. As opposed to like everything short of obviously joining the Foreign Legion or some shit. Like, no, I'm a nerd that makes cartoons. That's all I can do at this point. I need some more water. I'll be right back. It's not very classy sounding. Hey Faulkner, it's going pretty good. Why do you look so Polish, being run from two Colombian people? Both sides have fairly white skin. My father having more traits of Colombian natives, but still, I consider myself a based Shrek living in a swamp. And you are a cuckold Harry Potter fan. Any hangover? Like, hangover? I didn't get drunk yesterday. I gotta get, like, really, really pissed drunk to get a hangover from something. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I had a hangover. Like a legit, like waking up the next day a little dry because you didn't drink enough water, that's not a hangover. Waking up and, like, not being able to look at the sunlight because it hurts, that's a hangover. And I haven't had anything like that in years. years. I don't know. Having a good time and getting a little tipsy, talking about some funny stuff or whatever, that's different. But like getting like, I can say this, like not since that one time in 2013 when I went to Burger King. But other than that, like I don't know. I don't get, yeah, waking up half naked in a Denny's parking lot. Left arm has the armbands, absolutely. No, I'm fine. Oh, I drink every other day or so. I have a couple of whatever to settle down, calm my nerves. I don't know. Drinking on stream to the point, I mean, drinking at all. I get more intoxicated on stream than I do anywhere else. But, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, getting to the point where, like, guys, on stream, can I get an effing chat for my BAC? You guys, like, no, I don't. I don't get like that on stream, and I sure as fuck don't get like that in real life, ever. I mean, there's a time and place for that if you want to, but like, I'm not really. I don't like to be the guy that say, yeah, you're not fucking listening to me. This is my birthday month, and you're not even my fucking shoes, man. And, like whatever Nick Mullen was like the drunk girl on Yelp for Uber. Oh my god. Yeah, you fucking asshole. Like, no, I think maybe I got like that once when I was a lot younger. And people were like, yeah, you threw up and cried and told us that you loved us and you went to bed. You're not listening. Yeah, apparently I'm one of those drunks, like the people that's like, you're not listening to me. I love you. I would die for you. You're like my best friend, or whatever. But I don't know. I don't really get out of line. I'm glad. I'm thankful for that. I don't want to wake up and people be like, dude, you remember what you did last night? That's like huge nightmare. 2023 for anybody with a social media account, hearing that, like, dude, do you remember what you did last night? That's terrifying. As you know, all of my 12-hour streams for the past couple days are available in the VOD section, I think, unless they took them down. I looked at a couple of them, and the muted parts are just tiny. There's little tiny bits. This part's gonna be a pain in the ass. Are you gonna make it a pain in the ass? No, sir. It is a situation that is a pain in the ass. Oh, you were right the first time. They're a pain in the ass. $300. I distinctly heard you say 500. Are you calling me a liar? No, sir. I'm just saying that the thing is, and if you're taking care of your children during the night of the New Year's Eve becomes a pain in the ass, are you calling my kids a pain in the ass? No, sir. Absolutely not, sir. It is the situation that is a pain in the ass. I hit my teeth. Righteous. Righteous, bless your heart. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. When I was like 12 or 13, my favorite movie in the world was Four Rooms. And it's like, are you calling my kids a pain in the ass? Absolutely not, sir. It is the situation that is a pain in the ass. I don't care. Like, that's one of those movies that Rotten Tomatoes gives like a 50%. It's like, all right, whatever. Like, that was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. You know, I like all of the movie. Yeah, like a couple, like I get it. It's 4 mini movies by 4 directors or whatever. And like the first 2 are weird or the 4th one or whatever. But like, the actors handling it. Like the person's like, oh, it's a coven of witches and they need semen. You know, it's like, whatever. It's Madonna and this, that, and other. But like, it was still funny. It's still an enjoyable. Oh yeah, of course. Everybody's like the actors, given what they were given, like did a great job. I don't think I have any other Silent Hill tracks on here. Anyhow. I was going to show that on here, wasn't I? Sir, the following is a non-profit fan-base parody and is in no way affiliated with Nintendo Company Limited. The Star Fox intellectual property is owned by Nintendo. Please support the official merchandise. Everything you're about to see takes place 10 years before the events of Episode 1. I consider myself a base Shrek, living in a red-pilled swamp, and you're a bunch of blue-pilled... You're a bunch of... What is that? You're a cuckolded Harry Potter fan. Like all these dudes getting black-pilled on Chippendale with Zipper and Gadget having a bunch of mutant mouse babies. What happened to your party friends? You're giving me a hard on. Jack Nicholson from The Departed. You're giving me a hard Jack Nicholson. No, what happened to your queer party friends? I gotta go. Like it was 1980. It sure does seem that way to me. Tell you girl, stop paging me. What? Anyhow. Yeah, I'll throw this on. I'm just going to be doodling dead bodies for the next 20 minutes.
Previously on A Fox in Space.
Pepe, James, it's been a long time.
Glad to see you're doing well, sir.
As you know, Dr. Andros was expatriated 2 years ago. He'll live out the rest of his days on Venom, far away from here.
You sure that was the best plan?
Frankly, it's the best and most politically safe choice I could have made. But now things are getting out of hand, and we need your help.
There's a limit to what I can do, sir. I'm not a marshal anymore.
Do you really think that matters?
With all due respect, I have no jurisdiction.
Don't forget what happened on Titania, James. You owe me one, and I'm calling it in.
All right, then.
First, you're going to need
Free.
Head over to the Space
Mr.
Dynamics
Turtle.
Research Lab.
How many
The man in charge will get you both situated with something special.
Oh, that's Bell. We know him.
Yes, Beltino Toad. Actually, he should be clocking in for his shift right about now.
Hey, buddy. You got the time?
Yeah, sure. It's, Hey! Aren't you the...
Good luck.
What's this about?
Quiet, big boy. We'll ask the questions around here.
Word on the street is Space Dynamics got a new ship coming out.
Well, could you be a little more specific? We got a lot of new ships coming out.
The R-Wing.
Oh, so you want to know about the R-Wing, eh?
Yeah, you better tell us all you know. Or else.
Or else what?
Huh.
Or else the can opener here gets it.
What are you guys doing with Rob 64?
Oh, we found him.
Found him?
Supplies delivery for Rob 64.
Are you, Rob?
Affirmative. Although my records do not show any scheduled delivery.
Whoa, hey. Leave Rob out of this.
Start talking.
Okay. You've made your point.
So what was Titania? Now, if you don't want to talk about...
No, it's fine. It was just a long time ago. I made a mistake. Pepper made it go away.
And that's why you owe him one.
Yeah.
Something worth sending us to Venom over.
You don't have to go, you know. I can find someone else.
Now, Jim, I didn't mean it like that. I just have a bad feeling on this one. I think you do, too.
That's part of the job. And if I'm right, we won't even know what this one really is until we're right in the thick of it.
Shouldn't the lights be on?
Yeah. And there shouldn't be a rock propping the front door open either.
I wouldn't be against that. The German Shepherd characters are cool. We have what? Charlie B. Barkin and Ace Hart.
I just scrubbed the shower 30 minutes ago.
Yes, but you didn't use Nova Bomb.
What?
I win.
I can't believe I lost a scout.
I'm I'm sorry, Farah, but I know a bad idea when I hear one.
And telling my dad is a bad idea.
A horrible, life-ruining disaster of an idea.
Just because he's running for premier.
Yes.
That's a cop-out, dude. It's not like he's already some kind of big deal.
We both know he's gonna win by a landslide.
Is it your bad boy persona?
My what?
Are you afraid of...
Look, I'm just not Cornerian Premier's daughter's boyfriend material, Farah. And when he gets in office, you know he's just...
You've never even met him. He'd love you.
He's probably gonna hook you up with some dandy cadet.
A dandy cadet?
Yeah, a dandy cadet.
Okay, that's it. That's gonna be the name of my first ship.
You better not.
Am I staying over?
Just until your old man gets back from whatever the hell he's doing.
Where did he say he was going?
He didn't.
A horrible, life-ruining disaster.
It's ill-advised at best.
You know I love you, right?
I'd like to think so. What do you say we get out of here?
See, why can't you be sweet like this all the time? I'm just gonna put you in a dumpster.
Get your hoodie on. The violence.
What's up?
Why does he have to stay here every time his dad flies off to... Is he on level 9?
Yep, that's the music.
Huh. Well, it's now or never.
Hey, where are you going?
Just taking Farah up to the base, Dad. She's got PT this weekend.
Where are you going?
Just out to drop her off. She's got army stuff to do.
With her eyelashes done up like that? Who do you think you're kidding?
Dude, we got busted.
You got us busted.
Y'all can go, I don't care. You got money?
No, actually.
What'd you do with that 20 I gave you?
I got my hair done, remember?
Boy, you didn't get your hair cut.
Styled, Dad, not cut. What do you think?
What do I think? I think I paid that fairy $20 to run his fingers through your hair.
Dad, what the hell?
It looks exactly the same. You know what? Just forget it here.
Yes.
And take him with you when you go. You mind playing chaperone? Gotta catch up on my stories.
Okay, just let me find a safe.
Oh, Dad, come on.
Don't you
Dad,
start.
what the...
Or just...
I think I paid that fairy $20 to run his fingers through it.
Good. If you're gonna stay here to get away from that crazy woman mother of yours, you're gonna have to follow the rules. You do know what rules are, don't you? Oh, now isn't that such a...
I'm sorry.
Face?
I'm sorry.
Farrah, honey, you know he always does this when he doesn't get his way.
What do I think? I think.
Hello?
Glad you could join us, Rob. Your friend Beltoni here just spilled his guts about the R-Wing.
Beltino, you did not tell them about the G diffuser, did you?
No, Rob. You just did.
I did.
You did.
Spill it.
Oh dear.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, I wish you would.
oh, oh, God.
I have a
I
sparkling
can't feel my
blueberry mead.
Oh,
I'll be right
Is
back.
that a slingshot? What? You're gonna put my eye out? With a rubber ball?
I'll be picking it out of the wall behind you if you cut him.
Oh. Oh.
Whatever happens, it's going to be your fault.
Oh.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna...
You're going to leave.
Yeah.
Honey.
Dude, get up.
Oh, God. Oh.
Easy, guy. We're leaving.
You all right, Jim?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did they really come here on a scooter?
Well, without any further attempted corporate espionage, we gotta get you two in the air. We don't have a lot of time.
The controls are exactly the same as the old asteroid cutters we've all flown, but the R-Wings got a lot more speed and firepower. Better cruise, stealth, not to mention my G-diffusers. And in the extremely unlikely case that you'll encounter a threat before landing, I've upgraded the hardpoints with gimbaled cannons.
Gimbal what?
Gimbaled, Peppy. They let you freely aim your shots even if you're not flying in the same direction you want to shoot.
I don't think I want that. Can I turn that off?
Toggle switch behind the triggers if you just want them fixed.
My man.
You guys are gonna be cruising at about 0.5. That's 4 hours non-stop to Venom this time of the year,
So I hope you don't mind being cramped up in there for that long.
I'll be all right.
We'll be fine, Bell.
Okay, stand by. This encrypted channel does not exist. We are not using it. Do you both understand?
Yes.
I understand.
Great, because I'm gonna play a message that wasn't left with someone's secretary this morning. Pepper, it's Koba. I found him. What you want? I've got him right here. I'm gonna take the tack line all night tomorrow night. Tripmaster's the only railway left with no surveillance. That's the Venoma City Loop at 111 local. You want... Do you want me to play it again?
No.
Okay, guys. Charge your crews.
Charging.
You're both reinstated at your former CAF ranks, visiting the Cornerian Embassy in Venoma City, hence the paperwork and uniforms. Whatever Koba's got for Pepper, you take it, ride the train until it loops around again, get back to your R-Wings, and fly home.
My cruise is charged.
All right, Bell. We're ready.
Okay, I'm closing the channel now. Good luck.
Come in. Message from the scouts, sir. They're on their way. Cruising, sir. I suppose this was inevitable.
I suppose.
Is Mrs. Reese enjoying the new Krista?
Absolutely, sir.
Yes, the KWX is the most spacious. You'll let me know if it's not enough. We are forever grateful, sir.
We are forever grateful,
sir. Clean. Do your job. And this will only be the beginning of good things.
Hey, it's Sonny.
Make it quick.
Yeah, so,
Something happened.
Oh, did it then?
Something
Said
happened.
no security. You never said anything about a one-armed ninja with a slingshot. Sagan almost got his head cracked open.
James McCloud.
Yeah, no shit.
the Star Fox guy.
Was he alone?
Hey! That's the buckaroos that stole my scooter.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
That's quite an accusation. I mean, have you got any proof?
No, but I know he's
Can't do nothing about it if there ain't no proof.
But that's the friggin' guy, though!
Falco, honey, you don't want your father getting in trouble again.
But Ma, I swear to God!
Wow!
Sorry!
You better watch it.
I said I was sorry. Are you really just gonna let him—
Shut up and eat your fucking fazoo!
Yes, sir.
Language, Carlo.
So they're already leaving then. That's all right. I have another card in play.
Hey,
So, we still getting paid?
For what, exactly?
You smug sacker. I swear to... Ah!
So, are we still getting paid?
Yeah, we still getting paid?
Ow!
Okay, for real. Where are we going?
We are honestly going to your work.
What?
Well, not the same hangar, but I was technically telling the truth. Bill's gonna be on base this week. I just wanted to stop by and say hello.
Oh, right. And you need me to get through this.
Hey, now, I promise it'll be worth it. I've got a surprise.
Oh, hey, Farrah, guess what?
Boy, here it comes.
What?
I got in the CFA.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, I got a 99% on the entry, too.
Do you know what you're gonna do?
Do a lot of stuff on computers. Yeah, just stuff like that. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be a test pilot.
Oh, they said that's a real dangerous job.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, not really the smartest choice.
Well, I think you'll be perfect for it.
You trying to cut in on my girl, little man?
No.
You must like them older women, huh?
No.
The ones that got that rugged, aged beauty.
Whoa.
Weathered by years of experience beyond your own.
You're being mean.
Я рад, что вы понимаете. И вы думаете так. Я рад, что вы так думаете.
Ain't that right, kiddo? You know I'm your biggest fan.
Вот это.
I'm not rugged.
He's like, you know I'm your biggest fan.
I'm just gonna park in the lot and run over to his hangar for a few minutes. You don't even have to get out of the car.
I don't want to get in trouble, dude.
Come on, if anyone's getting in trouble, it's gonna be me.
Okay.
Just keep watching the sky. I'll be back before you know it.
We're gonna lose our weekend pass if we don't find this thing. We'll find it, babe. It's in the back. It wasn't on the 2505 either. Staff sergeant said it wouldn't be on the 2505. gotta write it in after we...
Oh, Lord, thank you for the follow.
All right, yeah, this is it. We got it.
Did you really find it?
Yeah.
Ugh, good. I can't take any more stress tonight.
I really gotta work on my timing.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, bud. How's the,
Gone forever. Didn't even leave a note.
Oh, I can't imagine how you must feel after.
I'll survive. Is Bill around? And he doth appear.
Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey, now, nobody said I couldn't come visit.
You better give her a head shake there, bud. You've been told pretty near 100 times since you got discharged.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say something vaguely decipherable, but I'm not sure.
Says right there on the wall. Only qualified pilots allowed in the premises.
Qualified? Oh, let's hear it, Bill. What do these otherwise lovely ladies bring to the table that I don't?
How about depth perception?
How about I wipe that curd-chewing, snaggled rictus off your face there, bud?
Well, fill your boots, you one-eyed knob. Is my breath bad?
Ding-dongs. Assorted.
Wolfgang Shaman.
Willie Lyle. Fair is out in the car. I just wanted to show off one more time.
Oh, sure.
What you playing?
Oh, it's just a game where you fly a ship and shoot at stuff.
You ever think about flying one for real?
Oh, no way. My dad doesn't want me going anywhere near one of those things.
He's not supposed to fly out that far. Oh, that's far. Where's he, you guys know where he's going? He just said he was gonna show off a little bit. Farrah, he is coming back, right? He's really not supposed to fly out that far. He's coming back, right? Yeah?
Yeah, Bill was in a little trouble there, I would say.
Maymaster hailing UA-101, stand by. Maymaster reading UA-101, CAF, Captain McLeod, give copy.
McLeod UA-101, fit copy.
UA-101, stand by for scan. All clear. Proceed as designated to Bay 3. Give copy.
Fit copy, Baymaster. Landing at Bay 3.
Very good, Captain. Welcome to Venom.
And how long are you staying in Venoma City?
Not long. 5 or 6 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to stand over there, and I'll be right with you.
All right, you can push your arms down, sir.
I'm just gonna ask you once, so I want an honest answer. What are these marbles for?
Micro-juggling. It's just a little exercise that helps keep my dexterity in check.
Micro-juggling.
I can show you if you like.
With all due respect, Captain, I'll just hold on to these until you return to your ship.
Let the man have his marbles, Riendo. The marbles. What's he gonna do?
I'm perfectly capable of doing my job, Kajekas.
A CAF captain. Gonna marble someone to death.
You know, you always start this shit right at the beginning of my... You're still hung up on that flower pot.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
You didn't have to, buddy. It's written all over your face. Does it matter what I use it for, really?
It's a flower pot. The least you could do is grow some flowers.
No, I'm not a florist, Kajekas. I'm a smoker, okay? I smoke.
That's no way to treat a gift from my mother.
Hey, any chance we can get this line moving?
Sir, please? Stay in line. We'll be right with you. We appreciate your patience.
Did he get your marbles? Yeah. Who's meeting us here anyway? He's taking his damn time.
Pigma Dengar. You remember him?
Oh, yeah. Can't say I'm a fan, but as long as he's got our backs, I'll keep it to myself.
That's fair.
I didn't mean any offense.
Hey, it's alright. Everybody knows I'm an asshole. I was born this way.
Perfect Pigma representation. How long have you been on Venom?
Just got here. Like you guys.
Pretty bold claim.
So you hear this saying Venom's not gonna have the election this time around?
Well, what are all the selection posters for? They just started saying it last night. I think they called it an internal selection.
The premier's gonna be appointed by the cabinet.
I can only wonder who they'll settle on.
Good old Dr. Andros.
Well, he's real popular.
He's a friggin' lunatic. Wait for me.
The progress only I am bringing. The jobs only I am offering. The sick children's lives only I am saving. I'm the only one that's ever going to make all of these changes a reality, and I give you my word, they'll be made within one term.
The only one. And what qualifies only you to make all this happen in one term?
It's simple, really. Only I have the brains to rule Lilat.
Can we get the audience? Can I have everyone in the audience quiet down, please?
Hey, I'm Wolf O'Donnell. I'm a fence setter. I'm a centrist. More an opportunist, if you will.
Should have been back by now.
And with 8 little words, Andros red-pilled the entire Venomian population. It's like, only I have the brains to rule Lilat. And everyone's like, oh, wow, yep, based.
I think we should. I mean, you're already turning a lot of heads. I'll be fine. Stay right here on the flower stop. Even if I don't find them, I'll meet you on the landing.
All the content creators rush to their creation hubs. Like, do not get Andros pilled. He doesn't know what's good for this planet. No, trust me, I know. I walked in there and said, that's too many Lilatians. Far too many Lilatians on the surface of our planet. We have to... I'm sorry. I walked in here, I said, wow. Trust me, I know.
Des, did Pigma Dengar come through here?
Pigma Dengar? I haven't... Is he on the train?
Running security. He went this way.
Jim, I didn't think...
What have you got for me?
I didn't think Pepper would send you.
How did you find these?
You don't have any friends, Jim. Don't think too hard about it. If you knew what Andros was up to, what he was really up to, you would have given those to Pepper years ago. Instead of hiding them.
Destroy them. Right now.
You won't. It was her work. Just as much as yours. Geniuses. I dropped out and Accretions won. Jim, don't let it go to waste.
Pepper's no better for tech like this.
Maybe a little. At least it'll get you off the hook.
And onto a much bigger one, no doubt. Are you all right?
I'm fit. Just a couple days, no sleep. This is such an ugly planet.
And dangerous. I never learned to care for it. Go get some sleep. Des. Learn to... I don't care for it.
Captain. Your friend looks tired. We were informed that you carry a sort of improvised shooting instrument. Please place it on the table and calmly step away.
I might need some help with that.
Your compliance, Captain. I do not want a fuss.
I don't want to kill you, Ekblade. You know I'm walking off this train.
My partner seems to think that
I know what he said.
Was that it? It was the...
There for it. You, Ekblade. You know I'm walking off this train.
My partner seems to think that
I know what he said.
That's all. And like it what I'm doing here, just so you know. Dum 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 dum. It was gonna. You see, because I can actually. I was shot 17.
Captain. Your friend looks tired. carry a sort of improvised shooting instrument. Please place it on the table and calmly step away.
I might need some help with that.
Your compliance, Captain. I do not want a fuss.
I don't want to kill you, Wetblade. You know I'm walking off this train.
My partner seems to think that
I know what he said.
Final warning. Detritus.
Yeah, this is where it.
Final warning. Detritus.
Come on. Come on, Jim.
Now, this is the thing. These guys don't give a fuck about the discs. They want James McCloud for the things he did in the past. But anyway, Space Eden's playing Kingsfield 4. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be on here tomorrow. This is Sunday. This is a lax stream, but I want to go see my second favorite, or I shouldn't say it, one of my favorite hyenas playing a precursor to Dark Souls. Let's do it. I'll see you tomorrow.